white flag waving. This is to the bitter end. 'Cause this is what I live for. I never quit, no, no. This is what I live for. I take another swing, so I never miss, no, no. This is what I live for. It's time to kiss the ring, oh, I'm trying to get cold. 'Cause this is what I live for. This is what I live for. I never quit, no, no. This is what I live for. So what's the damage? If you got bones with what I said, I didn't plan this. But I'll keep going till I'm dead. I don't need company. No, I'll ride alone instead. You might want something. 'Cause you're cleaning up my mess. I don't wanna see that white flag waving. This is to the bitter end. 'Cause this is what I live for. I never quit, no, no. This is what I live for. I take another swing, so I never miss, no, no. This is what I live for. It's time to kiss the ring, oh, I'm trying to get cold. 'Cause this is what I live for. This is what I live for. I never quit, no, no. This is what I live for. I don't wanna see that white flag waving. This is to the bitter end. 'Cause this is what I live for. I never quit, no, no. This is what I live for. I take another swing, so I never miss, no, no. This is what I live for. It's time to kiss the ring, oh, I'm trying to get gold. 'Cause this is what I live for. This is what I live for. I never quit, no, no. This is what I live for. 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 This is what
Hello, everybody. And I am so excited today because this woman, let me tell you about this woman. She is badass and beautiful, first of all. She is such a powerhouse. She is a master connector. If you need anything or anybody, that woman can get it, or she can find them, or she will find somebody who knows somebody. And if you want to have a dinner with the queen or whoever, she'll probably gonna make it happen. All right. So, and of course, she's a dear friend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Loren Lahav. Loren, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. And I want everybody today to see and hear a little bit of your story and also how your journey in network marketing started. So let's go from the beginning. I know you've been in the personal development world for quite some time. And so tell us, how did you find network marketing and why or when you made a decision to join this profession?
It's so funny hearing you talk about being a master connector. Thank you so much, Marina, first of all. I just adore you. I wore my special necklace today that someone just sent me. I need to get you one. It says badass on it. So I was like, you are definitely an amazing, badass, and beautiful woman. But it's funny that you mentioned the whole thing about me being a connector, because I got into this world because of connecting. I was living in Vail, Colorado, working on my doctorate of waitressing. I graduated from college and everybody expected me to move to Atlanta and go work for this news outlet. And I was like, nah, I don't think so. I think I'm going to go move to Colorado. And I love meeting people. I love hearing people's stories, just like our business, right? It's all about hearing everybody's stories. And I remember my first customer was Howard Head, who created Head Tennis Wear. And I remember saying to him, how did you come up with the oversized racket? And he said, I couldn't see the ball anymore, right? And he's like, you need to meet this person. You need to meet this person. And I met a guy who was a ski instructor, and he would work part-time in Vail, and then he lived in San Diego, and I was offered a job in San Diego and he was in network marketing. And he shared with me when he came back to San Diego in the summer, a product, but he only told me about the product. He never told me about the business. And I think so many times, right? Like we get scared because we're like, oh, what is the person going to say? Or they're too busy, or this isn't their thing, or this isn't that. And then I don't know if anybody remembers this, it's when People's Airlines flew to the East Coast, and this friend of mine, he goes, there's going to be a party with this company that I work with. And I remember I flew there to Tennessee, and I looked at him, I'm like, oh my God, this is a business and you didn't tell me about this? And I was like, oh my God, like I would have been telling everybody, like all the customers I was sending to him, but I was working 4 jobs. And I got really sad. I got to be real honest with you. I got really sad. I was like, how could somebody see me in this position working so hard, loving to connect with people, loving the product, and not share the business with me? And I actually, anytime this other friend of mine who was in the business, when I would see them, I said no to them for 17 years. I'm like, well, I guess this isn't my path. I guess I should go find something else, you know? And so I made up this crazy story. So 17 years later, our dear friend that you know, Jeff Roberti, I would see him at Tony's events and everything. And he just said, Loren, you're such a connector. You love people so much. And so after 17 years of having the I'm too cool syndrome, or also that this isn't for me, I finally said yes. And it really has gotten me to this place of like, oh my God, I can help people not just make connections, but help them truly change their life and change people around them's life. So that's how I got out of my own way, I'll have to say, is the biggest thing. I got over the BS story and I got out of my own way. So.
Yeah, this is it's so interesting because like every time I interview somebody and all the stories are different, how people found this profession, and like you being upset that somebody did not for some reason felt that they need to share the business side of things with you, because a lot of people ask the question, do I lead with the product? Do I lead with the business? And I always say, it's like, you lead with the product, but make sure you talk about the business, because, and again, it depends on who you're talking to, because I'm more of a business person. So I'm kind of like, okay, this is an amazing business opportunity. This is an awesome product. This is what it does. This is what it did for me. I think it's going to help you or whatever. But guess what? If you see the value in the product and if you want to help other people to change their lives, there is a whole different layer of business opportunity that is attached to it. So make sure you always kind of like put those two together, because you don't know who you're robbing of this gift. Because I do believe that network marketing is a gift, because we give people the opportunity to change their lives. Because like Loren said, she was working 4 different jobs. She was working in a job that was kind of like, it was rewarding and fun, but it was really tiring, just traveling the world and working pretty much 24/7, being on call all the time. It's hard. So you'll never know when people are open and ready to take your opportunity and take that gift and run with you. So make sure you always share with every single person, and it's up to them to decide if they want to do it, if they not want to do it, they want to be a customer or do they want to be a distributor. Leave it up to them, but make sure in the professional way you share your products, your services, and your opportunity. So I want to ask you.
If I mind me saying one other thing, I think that you said something really important. I love what I did. I love it. It doesn't mean that I don't love it, but I was also looking for more ways to even add more value. And I was tired. Like you said, I had 3 kids. My daughter was 3 months old when I finally said yes. And I said, if I say yes, I remember saying to myself, if I say no to this now, if I say no to this, what could I really be robbing a lot of other people of? And there was a great question asked me years ago, and asking that question is, maybe there's something you don't know. You don't know what someone's going through. So give them the opportunity to say no. Right? Like they might just say yes to the process, but at least give them the opportunity to say, I'm starting the products, but I don't think I want to really do this as a business. That's okay. But at least give them the opportunity to say no versus you deciding for them that it's not for them. So.
Right. So tell me, because you already have, and at the moment when you joined the profession, you already been around the personal development for so long. So when you actually decided to do the business, did you jump right into it and you immediately became successful and you rose to the top, or what was your journey in network marketing?
Oh, wow. That's a great
Or
question.
what was your biggest struggle at the time when you decided to build a business?
Wow. So a couple things. One, our friend Jeff always says either give it a strong yes or a strong no, or no wishy-washy dilly-dally stuff in the in the middle. And I love personal development, but I love most though is that about network marketing more than anything is that it takes those skills that you learn from personal development, take them from theory and really put them into action. So I was ready to take all that I had learned in the personal development world and just like get busy. I'm like, all right, now like I know what to do to build rapport with people. I know what to do to understand their 6 human needs. I know what drives them. I know what kind of questions to ask them. And I got right to it. I was like, I started with vision. I remember sitting there going, how many countries are we in? And everybody's like, well, Loren, just slow down a second. Like just I'm like, well, why should I slow down? Like I know people in all different countries. Why wouldn't I share this with people on different? And so you have to be careful of some people's limiting beliefs about how they see, we share things with our model of the world versus understanding somebody else's model of the world. And like you said, like I'm one of those girls, I'm like, wow, let's go big. I'm like you. I'm like, if we're going to go big, I mean, look at you with the studio. It's like, let's just do this. And I just started writing a list of everybody that I knew around the world. And I decided to go for it. I was hearing stories of other people. As we know, we're just paid storytellers. And I started hearing about other people breaking through their limiting beliefs. And I went for it. I did. I went hard. I listened to the people who've been successful before. I'm like, I stopped trying to put on my creativity hat for a minute. And I'm like, you know what? Just tell me what I need to do. And I was very, very coachable. I was hungry. I was crazy coachable. And I was willing to just say no to some things. I mean, I had just written my second book. I mean, I could have like just said, I'm going to, I'm going to do this because I'll be able to say yes to so many things later. Now, I will say, I mean, I started my business with, because I was still teaching events, as you know, and I would be on about, and you know this for sure, I was on for about 12, 14 hours a day. And I had a 3-hour break. And I was like, I'm just going to hunker down. I'm going to put my goggles on and I'm going to swim for these 3 hours. And so, yeah, so I did that. But then I'll tell you this, I got a little cocky. I got cocky and I'm like, oh, look, I'm rocking, I'm rolling, with regards to everything. And I slipped into management mode for a little bit. I didn't keep growing my business for a while. And then I think it's when I found you guys, which I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to really I'm going to do phase 2, or like what you and Eric talk about, the walls of Jerusalem being rebuilt 17 times, and we're in building and rebuilding mode. So that's kind of my journey. That's how my journey's been.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you touch on several key points here that, first of all, it's so easy to fall into success coma, right? It's so easy to, especially when your bills are paid, especially when you kind of like, you're not rocking and rolling, but you're living a comfortable lifestyle. And, you have a roof over your head and you have a food and you have a little extra for a little bit of fun. And it's easy to say, like, especially when you hear other people say, it's like, you're working so hard, you're such a workaholic, when enough is enough, you are jeopardizing your family, you're jeopardizing your relationships, and this is all kind of like, doesn't mean anything to you, or chasing the money. So especially when you start hearing things like that, I think it's really hard to kind of like realize, it's like, wait a minute, I'm not doing this necessary for money. Yes, money is amazing, but I'm also changing lives. I'm also contributing to other human beings. And I'm also potentially saving them from financial disaster. So I know you're really, really big on this, and I wanted to touch on it. So what is your money mindset, because I know a lot of people, especially women. I think we women struggle a lot. And you guys in the comments, post below if you are the same way. What is your, what we call money blueprint? What is your relationship with money? Do you think money is good? Do you think money is bad? Do you think, rich people don't go to heaven? Or, or just comment below. Where are you right now on this journey? But I think that women specifically, we just like, once we reach a certain level of success and we have certain financial freedom, we start asking ourselves and kind of like thinking, it's like, am I deserving, all this success? Am I deserving all this money? And we almost start apologizing, It's like, I remember one friend in the profession, actually, she, a couple times she kind of like, we met at the different events, and she would give me some compliments, and she would just say, it's like, you're this, you're amazing, you're that. And I was like, oh, no. I was kind of like joking around about it all the time. I was like, no, I'm not that good. I'm just pretending to be smart or whatever. And she's like, Marina, what the heck are you doing? You need to stop, because by you not accepting my compliment, you making me look stupid. You basically saying that I'm a dumb person, that I see something in you. And I'm just like, whoa, nobody actually put that kind of a perspective to me. And I immediately started, she's like, just say thank you. I was like, okay, thank you. And every time I would still fall into that same habit. When people would give me a compliment, I would fall back into apologizing or joking around it. And then I was just like, oh, wait a minute, I need to say thank you. Wait a minute, I need to be comfortable in being good. I need to be comfortable in accepting that I have certain talents and skills that are helping other people in their lives. So with the money, it's the same thing. When people reach certain level of success, especially, like I said, women, we just start paddling back. We just almost like start sabotaging our own success. Like you said, you fall into the success coma, or you get a little cocky, or whatever it might be. But in the core of it all, I think it's your relationship with money. So tell us all, what is your relationship with money?
Well, I've gotten more comfortable. I had heard years before, money just makes you more of what you already are. If you're a giving person, you're going to be more. You and Eric, I can't tell you what amazing role models I believe that you all are. I remember the time that when you guys had the event and I think you auctioned off the Audi that you had to be able to help here in Las Vegas with the issues that were going on. I was like, wow, that just says a lot. I'll tell you something interesting. I'd love to share something with you about. I went through my divorce, and I had more month at the end of the money, even though I was having success in the business. And it got me to really reevaluate something about my money. And I like to look at it like the archetypes, right? Like you have the lover, right? The lover who just loves, and just loves all over everybody. And you have the magician who makes magic happen. And then you have the warrior that needs to protect. And then you have the sovereign, the queen. And I looked at my old money model, and I used so much of my lover. I'll just love on everybody. Even if I don't have money, I'll just give them everything. And then I was like, I'm the freaking queen, man. Like, I need to understand that I'm the queen, and I've got a kingdom that I need to take care of. And so I decided to own the sovereign in me. And a friend of mine, his name's Al Molina. He owns Molina Fine Jewelers in Phoenix, Arizona. And when I was 27 years old, I went in there, and he had these insane pieces, like multi-million-dollar pieces. And I walk in with jeans and a T-shirt, and he said, well, if you could have one piece of jewelry, what would it be? And I said, oh, an emerald cut diamond with 2 trillions on the side. And he put like this $1 million piece on my neck, and a $1 million piece on my arm. And he put this bracelet on me, and he put a ring. And he says, you should never feel like jealous of something. You should always know that you're worthy of it. And he said, you should never have to want. He said, if you want it, then go after it. Figure out a way to do it. And for me, money, once again, I think the thing that's helped me so much is that whole belief of that money makes you more of what you already are. And so I believe you decide what money is. You decide, is that an empowering belief that you have about money, or is that a disempowering belief? Is that somebody else's BS's belief about money? I remember I don't know if you've had this have this before, but my dad, when he would go to the bank, I remember he'd take out $200 a week, $200 a week. Every time he'd use that $200 a week. And I remember when I was going to the ATM and I started noticing $200, I go and like take out $200. I'm like, oh my God, that's not even mine. That's my dad's belief about money. And I remember pressing the button. I'm like, I'm doing 400, or 300. I forgot what it was. And I'm like, and I felt really good about it. I'm like, I deserve this. Like, I can make this. I can decide how I'm going to do it. Even if I'm not, it could be that I give away $100 a week if that's what I choose to do. But I believe there's always going to be enough if I decide that there is enough. And then the one other thing I want to share about money that helped me a ton always was Mark Victor Hansen would share, always, pay yourself, but always tithe, always give back, because then you'll always see an abundance of money as well. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, I love it, because I also do believe that money don't change people. Money only exposes who you truly are. So if you don't have enough money, it's easier to hide. You don't have that spotlight on you, so not that many people know you really. But money gives a little bit of the sense of the cockiness potentially. It just gives you a little bit of a freedom to be who you truly are. So if you are a jerk with no money, you're gonna be a rich jerk. You're not all of a sudden gonna become a saint. And if you are a really good, loving and caring human being with no money, you're not gonna become a jerk. Just because all of a sudden you have some money, you're gonna do more good with your money. Money only gonna expose who you truly are. You can keep hiding for quite some time. But when you start feeling that freedom, once you start feeling that, what I am, who I am, and let the world see it, that's when you all of a sudden, that charade, that mask falls off. And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you changed. No, that person always was like that. They were just pretending really, really well. And you just did not see it. They did not change. They finally showed you their true face. So that's why every time I see people kind of like stressing out about, I can't do this. It's just too much. I can't afford it. My goal is to show every single woman that, financially independent and confident woman is the new sexy. I do believe that, because that gives women the opportunity to put their shoulders back, put their chin up, and say, you know what? The queen arrived. The queen arrived. And I do not want you to start looking at the menu based on the price tags and based on that choose which meal you want to eat. I actually, at the beginning, I was scared of the menus. They did not have the price tag. I was like, oh my God, what if the end it's got to be some ridiculous amount of money I cannot afford? Right now, I'm not even looking at the menu. Oh, actually, I'll tell you, I don't know, maybe it's a sick part of me, but I'm looking at the price and I was like, I'm picking the most expensive piece on the menu because it's probably the best. And I'm just like, I want this because it's more money, because it's probably the best that they have to offer. So I want you to have the different attitude towards what you're worth, what you're capable, because guess what? If you work really hard, you can have everything you want in life, absolutely everything. Because I think a lot of people ask the questions wrong. They're not asking questions why they want certain things, why you need money. For example, if you want to put your kids through college or private school, or give them better opportunities in life that you potentially didn't have, or live in this beautiful home that you will be able to create those amazing memories and fun times with your family and friends. Ask first yourself why you need this or that. And then figure out how. Don't ask yourself how, because if you start with the how, you're gonna get lost. You will never get to the top. You will never be successful, because if every single time Eric and I tackled on some crazy project, if we would ask ourselves how, we would not even start, because it's always super complex. It's always super expensive. It's always so kind of like mind-boggling. How can you even make it happen? But I learned in the last, especially 6 months, since we decided to build a studio, since I was going like crazy, building it and making it happen, I learned that I'm not going to be asking questions, can I afford this? Or can this happen in my life? Or am I deserving? I started asking questions, why not? Why not me? Why not me having this or having that? Why not me changing the world? Why not me leading the movement? Why not me being that badass woman who leads millions and millions of women to their true potential, to their light, to their power, to their confidence? Why not me? So when you change those questions and shift it a little bit, I mean, the whole world starts opening up to you. You wanted to something?
I'm just smiling because I remember being there when you guys decided to build the studio, and I remember it was done. Like there, I just remember looking at you guys, and it's like you saw it as already done. And I think that if everybody here can decide and just say it's gonna happen. I have no, like you just said, I have no idea how it's gonna happen. I don't know. I can't tell you how, but it's happening. And I think, and I just feel so honored once again to know you, to see that you felt the fear. I mean, it was scary. There are going to be times where it is freaking scary, right? Whether it be business, whether it be a relationship, but I'm telling you, it's always worth it, right? Like, I don't know about you. I mean, like, there were times when I didn't have the money and I needed to go help somebody with their business. They were ready to say yes. And I had more month at the end of the money, and American Express said, please leave home without us, right? I remember, I know those, we know those. And it was scary, but like you said, you saw it. And I think that if that's what we can get people to focus on. And the other thing that I was going to say is, you know, and I know, I'm sure, I know your kids do this, and so many mamas out there. I wanted my kids to go, that's my mom. That's my mom. She freaking did that, man. Like, and that there's like that they're not afraid to embrace the fear. They're not afraid to take the risk because they see you doing it, right? And my belief is that we need to be the heroes that our kids seek in the world, and I know you believe that as well. And so you gotta just decide. You gotta decide: are you going to live in fear? Are you going to say, I'm going to live in fear, but I'm going to dance with this fear, versus letting that fear own me? So that's just what I want
Absolutely.
to say. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it so much. And I mean, guys, come on, put in the comments. Like, Loren is so amazing, and she's dropping some really cool golden tips for you. And I hope you're taking notes. But I don't know if you heard, but Loren is also speaking at the Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing event that it's happening on the May 14th through the 16th. So if you haven't registered, my question to you, why? What are you waiting? Come on, the event is absolutely free. Make sure to right now, if you haven't registered yet, just right now, go and register. It's mpw2021.com, like Most Powerful Women, mpw2021.com, and you see the links all over the place here. Make sure to register, and make sure every single person on your team registers, because there are going to be so many powerhouse women like Loren who are top income earners, who are mamas, who are wives, who have figured out how to have it all. How you can be a mom, a successful businesswoman, a wife. And one of the questions people ask, like, can I have it all? And we're gonna show you how. I do believe that you can have it all. And between Loren and the rest of my badass squad, we're gonna bring the heat. We're gonna bring the heat. So Loren, for people, and I know you and I kind of like discussed it a little bit briefly, what you will be teaching at the Most Powerful Women's event. So give people just maybe a 30 seconds commercial, why they should tune in at, first of all, at the women's event, and make sure not just register, but also show up. So what are you going to be teaching, and what they can learn when I attend the event from you?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think what we talked about. Well, first of all, let me tell you something. I want to just tell you, if someone's saying don't register or this and that, I'm going to tell you, you got to do this for you, and do this for the people that you never know who you're going to help. Like we said before, this is a must. I mean, Marina and her generosity of if you guys knew, I got to keep a secret. So, if you knew how much heart and passion she puts into this, the reason she does it is for you, because she knows what's on the other side. right? All of us know what's on the side if you're willing to just say yes. As Eric and Marina always say yes, tell the world, figure it out. That's what I would say to you right now. Promote this. If you walk away with one thing that made your life better, would it be worth it? The answer is absolutely yes. So you're going to see women, they've been from all walks of life, all the stories that they've gotten in there. But the one thing is, they have all had that belief, the belief in who they are, what they stand for, what the message is, knowing that they're here to make a true difference in the world. And that's why you must attend. Tell your friends everywhere around the world. Remember, that's what's beautiful about being able to do this virtually as well, right? There's no limits. There's no limit. You don't have to get a hotel. You don't have to get a flight. You don't have to deal with the food and beverage. You can get people together. You can have a slumber party and have everybody over to your house. You can, be having multiple slumber parties around the world, whatever that it is. But I would say definitely I love the event. It's my favorite event. And let me tell you something, I have been to a lot of events over the past 32 years. I've seen a lot of people put on events. I've never seen somebody put as much heart and soul and bring so many extraordinary people to the table as Eric and Marina do, because they're teaching you exactly what you need to do to be successful. But then guess what? You have to lift the weights. So they're gonna take you to the gym. This is the gym. I'm telling you, this is a network marketing gym. And but then their outcome is for you to go home and lift the weights. But you can't go to the gym and just expect to get the results and expect to get the success. So I think we talked a lot about beliefs about money, and we talked a lot about vision and purpose, and who do you really need to become in your life to really create what you want. And that's what this is all about. Life is about leveling up. Either you're growing or you're dying, right? Either you're surrounding yourself with people that are pulling you down, or you're surrounding yourself with people who are, who are celebrating your successes and helping you rise and helping you understand who you are, what you stand for, and why the world needs you now more than ever. And Marina, I'm just so honored to be a part of this, because you walk your talk. You are leading leading. I love what you just said. Your posse of badass with guys. But we're here to hook you and make sure that we let you realize, shake you up a little bit. We might kick you in the hiney, but also we'll give you some love as well. But this is your time, everybody. The world needs us now more than ever, and this event is gonna wake you up. I promise you. And excited for all that you've got.
Thank you so much, Loren. Thank you so much. And guys, please put it, and girls, obviously, put it in the comments below. If you already registered, if you're coming, let me know. Let Loren and I know if you guys already registered, and also how many people you're bringing with you. And first of all, because the event is absolutely free, so there is no actually anything that it's stopping you or anyone on your team to attend this event. Yes, they're going to be different hours, because we're going to be going full day in Pacific Standard Time. I don't know the exact time. I'm still working on it. It's probably going to be either from 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m. The reason why I don't know is because I'm putting the agenda still together, and I have so much content and so many people that I want to put on stage. So I'm kind of like constantly stretching the agenda, and kind of like adding a little hour here, a little hour there. But you will get all the details as soon as you register. I'll let you know. Just make sure to put on the calendar. It's May 14 through the 16th. 3 days of an amazing content, Pacific Standard Time. The event going to be also translated in Spanish. So if you have your teams in Spanish, make sure they register as well. They will be able to also learn and grow as everybody else. But make sure to show up. Make sure to show up, because like Loren said, Eric and I doing our job. We build a gym for you, but we put all the equipment for you. But you have to come and you have to work out and you have to build those muscles, because my goal with this event is to break all the records, to break the internet, to make a history. Because imagine it's like, do you want to hear my goal? I want to have at least 200,000 people at this event. If we're going to have 100,000, honestly, I'm going to be disappointed. I know for some of you, just like, what did she just say? 100,000 and she's disappointed? Because guess what? Last year when we had to postpone our Most Powerful Women in Network Marketing event, And I did the live, kind of like not necessarily virtual interactive event, but it was more of a, live stream of 5-6 hours of an amazing content. We had 45,000 people registered. So come on. And now we have 3 days, the Powerhouse speakers pouring into you their heart and soul and their wisdom. We should have at least 150,000 people attending the event, 200,000 people attending the event. I mean, these are the numbers that I'm shooting for, and I need your help. I need your help to bring every single person. And if they're part of the business, or even if they're not part of the business, even they're just customers, or just your girlfriend, or just your friends who need a women empowerment. Because yes, we will be talking about network marketing, but also we're going to be talking about a lot of different topics: how to deal with overwhelm, how to build or be successful mom and a spouse, and what if your spouse is not supporting you. We're going to be touching on a lot of different topics that are, regardless of the profession, going to be super beneficial to each and every woman, and guys, you need to come as well, because guess what? Majority of your teams are women, and you need to know how to help them, how to lead them, how to empower them in a very good way. All right, so mpw2021.com. Make sure you register, and Loren and I cannot wait to see you there. Loren, thank you so much for your time. I know you have a lot of fun stuff that is happening. I know you have some secrets that are going to be shared sometime soon. I cannot wait for them as well. So thank you so much for finding this time to spend with me and hundreds of thousands of our dear, dear friends watching us right now. So thank you so much. I love you and appreciate your girlfriend. Big hugs and kisses.
Bye.